What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a bit different. It's more of a vlogish style video, but I'm going to be talking to you guys about how much money my small automotive channel pays. I'm going to go over analytics, money that I've made, break it down by month, give you guys some insight on that because I feel like a lot of people usually have questions on that, and I researched the topic a lot before I started making videos. So I do car videos mainly around my 2014 Audi S6. There you go. And I do anything from modding, racing, and maintaining the vehicle. For the sake of this video, I do want to make it entertaining not only for new people that are automotive related or people that want to get more information on YouTube Pay, but also for the people that watch my videos. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and head out to AutoZone because I need to drop off some tools that I rented and then also dump this oil so that I can do an oil change on the S6 because it's long overdue already. And I'll go ahead and give you guys a breakdown on some of the details regarding monetization on my channel. And that's what 600 monstrous horsepower sounds like. Like I said, we're on the way to AutoZone. We're gonna go ahead and drop off this oil and then head on back so we can do an oil change. But while we're on the way there, I did want to give you guys some background on my channel and the monetization and everything. I started posting seriously October 2024, and what I mean by seriously is like consistently, weekly, or trying to at least weekly. I did upload a couple videos before. You can check my channel and see those. And in total, I amassed about like 180 subscribers by the time I started posting seriously. So I did have a very slight boost. In order to be monetized on YouTube, you need 4,000 watch time hours and then 1,000 subscribers. We're not going to get into that because I'm sure everybody knows about that already, but it's pretty self-explanatory. After about over a year of posting consistently, I finally got monetized this year, 2026, in February. Now we are about 2 months in, and I want to show you guys how much money I've made, how much money YouTube pays in general for this kind of automotive niche, and what you guys can expect. Alright guys, just pulled up to AutoZone. Honestly, I hate AutoZone so much. They charge so much for simple things. An O2 sensor socket, you can get one at Harbor Freight for like $8. They charge it 20 bucks here. That's crazy. But AutoZone sucks. Parts, don't get them here. If you can order them on Rock Auto, just get them on Rock Auto or Parts Geek because you're gonna get charged an arm and a leg at AutoZone. So if you didn't know that, now you know. Alright, I'm gonna leave you guys in the trunk because I don't want someone breaking in and I'm still scared to film in public. Alright guys, back secured, good. Alright guys, we're back, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at getting my car on the ramps. I did it first try, didn't even struggle. Alright guys, so while that's cooling down, I'll actually break down some analytics for you guys, so it should only take a couple minutes, but let's go ahead and have a seat and let's discuss some analytics. So like I mentioned earlier, I make YouTube videos on my C7 Audi S6. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking at the analytics. Today's date is actually April 3rd. Currently I'm sitting at 1,146 subscribers. To answer the big question, how much money I've made, I've actually made $116.28. I don't know if you can see that. I'll throw a screenshot here if it was too blurry, but that's in 2 months. So the videos don't pay for themselves, unfortunately, but you can't think of it like that. The way I think of making videos is just as a hobby and something fun to do to kind of support what I like doing, which is working on my cars. Honestly, realistically, if you want this to be a full-time job, you gotta have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So the way that YouTube does pay, it's not based on just the watch or views, it's actually on watch time hours. So it's the amount of time people spent watching your videos. If someone just clicks on the video, watches like a minute or two and then clicks off, that's counted as one view, but you only get like a minute or two of watch time hours, so you're gonna get paid according to that. YouTube calculates the rate of pay based on how you're categorized on your videos. So for me, it'd be like automotive. Depending on what it is, you know, you'll get a different rate of pay. So automotive, I think, pays fairly high. Right here, it says my CPM is actually $12.28. I think that's what the estimate is supposed to be per 1,000 views, but honestly, it's not like that. And really what I've seen is that based on the video you upload, calculates your rate of pay. So for example, I made a video where I was racing on streets in Mexico. That video has 1,600 views. That's not the most. It's only made $1.08. I have another video where I was drag racing recently. This was on a drag strip. This one was just uploaded like a week ago. It has 550 views, but that one's made me $3 just about. That kind of just goes to show, I think depending on the video and what you're doing in it, kind of affects your payment output. Another thing to take note of is YouTube Shorts kind of don't pay anything. That total that I gave you, the 115, whatever it was, that was for long form videos and YouTube Shorts. And honestly, YouTube Shorts pay pretty trash. I posted every single day for like a whole month. And from YouTube Shorts, since I've been monetized, I've only made like $7. That's not really worth it to me. Once you're bigger and you have a following, the Shorts can probably give you more benefit in terms of money. But for a smaller channel like myself, I think the Shorts are more for getting traction or getting subscribers if you're a smaller channel. All right, guys, so we changed recording equipment now because we're gonna go ahead and start changing the oil. Don't want to bring my big nice camera underneath there, so we're on the GoPro. So while I'm down there, I'll go ahead and talk to you guys about some other forms of payment that you can get from YouTube. I haven't really gotten much of any from these, but I'll just describe some of those methods to you guys. YouTube pays through a couple different methods. You can get the normal, which is just YouTube AdSense. That's just the normal pay. That's what you get. That's what I was showing you right now. That's my pay from YouTube AdSense. Let's see if we can do this without burning ourselves, because I think the oil's still kind of hot. Oh, just a little on the thumb. Oh, it's still here. We'll just let that sit there. The second form of payment you can get from YouTube is actually through super thanks and gifts, I think is what they call. So basically, people donating money. Kind of think of it like Twitch or live streaming, where people send you donations. People can also subscribe, and you can make like special benefits for them, but I haven't received any of that. I still think it's kind of funny that that just stuck there. Also, looks like we have a little oil leak going on somewhere. Pretty sure it's the upper oil pan gasket, but I've heard that that's like a motor out type of job, and I don't think we need to address that right now. That's another job for another day. So going to a third form of YouTube payment, people can actually get paid for sponsorships. Sponsorships being, company reaches out to you, lets you know, hey, we have this new product that we want to promote, or that we want you to use, blah, 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 whatever it is. Usually you get those in your email. From my experience, I've gotten a lot of spam, like a lot. And I actually haven't gotten paid from any sponsorships. And then the last form of payment that I am familiar with is through affiliate pay or affiliate links. You kind of sign up for these directly with the manufacturers or with whatever company it is. But essentially, you're getting paid a rate if you promote and people actually purchase that product. You're kind of just like a Girl Scout or Boy Scout selling cookies. So I have a link for OBD11 as well as ARM Motorsports. I made some money from them, but I haven't even gotten a payout because I haven't met the threshold. I think you need to make like 100 or like 50 bucks. And yeah, I haven't gotten any pay from them. Hence, I haven't counted that towards my pay for being a small YouTuber. So being a small YouTuber, to say the least, has not been a profitable venture. As I mentioned earlier, you can't really think about it in that fashion. Let's go ahead and wrap this up because I'm taking forever trying to record this video and get angles. So all right, let's get this oil filter out and then fill the oil and be done with this. All right guys, we had a little scare there, but we're all good. I think I had it way too tight last time, so I'll make sure this time around that we don't tighten it like we're the freaking Hulk or the Avenger. Ah, all over my hands. At least it's not on the concrete. It's just cardboard. Don't worry. Oh, my hat's gone. Do this carefully. Hand tight only. Hey, oil filters on the bottom. Put them on the top like BMW. Now let's put the stupid oil on this thing. All right, pro tip for you guys. Don't pour it just sideways like that, like holding the handle. You actually gotta do it on its side like this, and it's way easier. You don't get that weird effect. Pro tip of the day. So I see a lot of these TikTok kids doing it the wrong way. I mean, it's not wrong if it gets in there, but it's just easier like this. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about is just how hard and how much dedication it actually takes to be a YouTuber in general. So coming up with new ideas weekly, or I mean, some people do it daily, but different channels with cars, it's hard because the cost of the parts, you guys know, super expensive, even if it's just maintenance. Performance mods, don't even get me started, especially on this platform. There's so many parts that are so overpriced in my opinion. But coming up with an idea in general that doesn't cost an arm and a leg to film, it's hard to plan and to schedule. And videos take time. It takes a lot of time, like to film it. This is taking me a whole morning for this video. I mean, because it's an oil change. Editing the video after takes a couple hours too. But honestly, if you're young and you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, I say go for it. I have my house that I have to worry about, have my car to maintain, my wife's vehicle, hers is electric, so we're lucky, but my life in general to worry about. And making videos and stuff can be taxing, not only on yourself, but on your schedule and your time. So if you're young, it's the time to do it. I feel like most people here are for my car, not really my personality. That's just my advice. Start while you can. It doesn't make a difference if you're doing it for money or not, or if you're just doing it for fun. I mean, if it can put a little bit of money in your pocket, why not? The oil change on the S6 is done. It did take a bit longer, probably world record timing for a world's longest oil change, but that's what happens when you try to record a video while you're doing maintenance. It makes everything longer. Hope this provided you some insight. If you were curious on doing this yourself or starting a channel, hope this gave you some motivation. You might as well just do it now. There's no harm in trying. Regardless, guys, that'll be it. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.